In a part of the world where there are no rules, deep in the jungle where nothing that lives is safe, an elite rescue squad is being led by the ultimate warrior. But now, they're up against the ultimate enemy, nothing like it has ever been unearthed before. It kills for pleasure.
When we start about Hollywood's most iconic science fiction and action film series, the Predator franchise always finds a place at the top. Since its debut in 1987, the franchise has become a blend of thrilling action, science fiction, horror, and survival drama. The idea of an alien hunter traveling across galaxies, arriving on Earth, and hunting humans not for survival but purely for sports and honor was something new and terrifying. It captured the imagination of audience worldwide and created a legacy that still continues today. The Predator itself, also known as Yotja in extended lore, became a legendary figure in pop culture. With its distant appearance, dreadlock like hair, mandibles, cloaking technology, and advanced alien weapons, the creature stood out from the sci-fi monster of its era. Unlike the mindless alien creatures seen in other films, the Predator was intelligent, tactical, and followed a code of honor. It hunted only the strongest, making it a formidable and fascinating villain. Hello. The beginning of the Predator 1987. The journey of Predator began with the release of Predator 1987, directed by John McTiernan and starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. At the time, Schwarzenegger was already an action superstar thanks to films like The Terminator and The Commando. Pairing his action stardom with a mysterious alien hunter created a unique blend of survival thriller and action spectacles. The movie introduced audience to a group of elite commandos sent on a rescue mission in the Central American jungle. Slowly they realize they are being hunted by a deadly alien who see them as worthy prey. The story was simple yet terrifying, and its execution made it a masterpiece. The film became a box office success and a cult classic, praised for its mix of suspense, horror, and action. The jungle setting gave the story to claustrophobic, tense atmosphere, and the predator itself became one of cinema's most frightening monsters. Why Predator was different? During the 1980s, Hollywood was filled with muscle-packed action film heroes like Sylvester Stallone, Bruce Willis, and Arnold dominating the screen. But Predator was different. Instead of showing humans as unbeatable action gods, it gave them a terrifying challenge. A hunter from another world who was stronger, smarter, and deadlier. This twist changed the way action film worked. The Predator was not just another villain, it was a symbol of fear, strength, and survival instinct. The movie asked a simple but chilling question: what happens when the hunter becomes the hunted? Franchise expansion. After the success of the first film, Hollywood saw a potential for the franchise. Spin offs, comics, novels, and video games followed. Each new story tried to expand the mythology of the Yotia species, their hunting ritual, their culture, and their encounter with humans across different timelines and settings. The franchise also expanded beyond movies. Predator appeared in comic books published by Dark Horse and later Marvel. Video games. From arcade shooters in the 90s to modern console games like Predator, Hunting Grounds, crossover films, most famously with the Alien franchise in Alien vs Predator and the AVP Requiem. Even tough, not every movie was a hit, but the Predator always remained popular with fans, keeping the brand alive. Themes of Predator films. The Predator films are not just about action, they explore deeper themes. Survival of the fittest, only the strongest survive the predator hunt. Man vs. nature, unknown. Humans fighting something far beyond their understanding. Honor and hunting. The predator does not kill everyone, only those it deems worthy prey. Technology versus instinct. Advanced alien tech versus human survival instinct and resourcefulness. These themes made the franchise stand out apart the simple monster movie. Why Predator remains relevant. Even decade later, Predator continued to attract audience. The franchise has survived ups and downs because the central idea remains timeless. The mysterious alien, human forced to fight for survival. The tension of being hunted. Every generation finds something new in Predator, whether it's the suspense of the original, the city based action of Predator 2, the crossover madness of Alien vs Predator, or the cultural freshness of Prey 2022. With new projects in development, Predator is far from finished. The creature still has many stories to tell, set in different eras, locations, and genres. Predator franchise Part 2. Predator 1987. The birth of science fiction action classic. The story of Predator 1987 starts in mid 1980s, a time when Hollywood was dominated by big budget action blockbusters. Stars like Arnold and Sylvester Stallone were household names and audience wanted high underlying film with intense fights, explosion, and larger than life heroes. However, producers John Davis, Lawrence Gordon, and Joel Silver wanted to add something new, a unique threat that even the strongest human warrior could barely survive. That idea became Predator, directed by John McTiernan, a filmmaker who would later go on the direct Die Hard. The script was written by brothers Jim and John Thomas, who imagined an alien hunter traveling to Earth to hunt the most dangerous game humans. Their concept combined elements of the jungle war film with science fiction horror. Plot overview. The story began when Major Alan Dutch, Sackfers played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, is sent into the jungles of Central America with his elite team of commandos. Their mission appears straightforward: rescue a group of hostages from guerrilla fighters. Dutch squad include tough, memorable characters, each one a unique personality with their own strengths. At first, the film feels like typical military action movie. Dutch team infiltrate with guerrilla camp, showing off heavy firepower and tactical skill. But soon things take a strange turn. The soldier realizes that something far deadlier than human is watching them from the tree. One by one, members of the team are killed by mysterious, brutal ways. The true enemy is revealed: a predator. The extraterrestrial hunter equipped with advanced technology, thermal vision, clocking device, shoulder mounted plasma cannon, and deadly wrist blade. Unlike any human opponent, the predator is intelligent, strategic, and relentless. Dutch and his team realize they are not the hunter, they are the prey. As his squad is slaughtered, Dutch becomes the only one left. In the film of thrilling climax, Dutch relies not on weapons but on his wits and survival instinct to turn the table. By covering himself in mud to hide from the predator heat vision and setting traps in jungle, Dutch forces the creature into a final brutal confrontation. Cast and crews. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Dutch, the fearless leader, strong but also smart. Dutch represents the perfect 80s action hero. But the film gave him a new challenge, facing something stronger than himself. Carl Weathers as Dylan, Dutch's old friend and CIA operative who brings the team into the mission. His characters add tension as his hidden agenda leads the team into danger. Jesse Ventura as Blaine, a larger than life soldier with memorable lines like, "I not got time to bleed." Bill Duke as Mac, a tough, quiet commando who breaks down after losing his friend, shows the psychological toll of the hunt. Sonny Landham as Billy, the Native American tracker who sensed the predator presence early on. His final stand with the machete is one of the film's most iconic moments. Shane Black as Hawkins, the team's radio operator and comic relief. Shane Black would later direct The Predator in 2018. Kevin Peter Hall as the Predator, a 7 feet tall actor who brought the alien to life with physical presence and terrifying movement. Designing the Predator creature. The Predator design went through multiple stages. At first, special effect legend Stan Winston was brought it to the redesign the creature after early attempts to fail. Originally, the Predator looked very different, almost insect-like, and even actor Jean-Claude Van Damme was cast to play it. However, Van Damme left the project unhappy with the uncomfortable suit and lack of focus on him as martial art. Winston redesign gave us the Predator we know today, dreadlock-like appendage, a fearsome face with mandibles, and a imposing muscular body. The result was terrifying yet iconic, a monster unlike anything seen before. Fun fact: Winston was working on Predator while traveling with director James Cameron, who suggested the idea of the Predator mandible. That small detail became a signature feature. Themes in Predator 1987. The film is not just an action spectacle, it touches on deeper themes: man versus the unknown. The soldiers trained for human enemies are powerless against something beyond their imagination. Survival of the fittest. The predator chooses only the strongest human as prey. The hunter becomes the hunted. Dutch must outwit a creature that is stronger and the better equipment. Technology versus instinct. The predator advanced weapons are defeated not by guns but by Dutch primitive traps and survival tacticals. Behind the scene challenges. Shooting Predator was difficult. The Predator film was shot in the jungle of Mexico and the cast and crew had to deal with extreme heat, bugs, snakes and rough terrain. The actors were put through intense physical training to look like a real commando. Arnold Schwarzenegger later said the jungle environment itself became another enemy during filming. The Predator suit was heavy, hot and uncomfortable for Kevin Peter Hall, making movement difficult. Yet, his performance gave the creature a terrifying, lifelike presence. Reception and impact. When Predator released in 1987, it was a box office hit, earning over 98 million worldwide. Critics at first gave mixed review, with some calling it just another action film, but over time, Predator gained cult status, especially because of its blend of science fiction, horror, and action. The film also delivered many memorable moments. Dutch's line, "If it bleeds, we can't kill it." The handshake between Dutch and Dylan, a symbol of macho 80s action style. The final unmasking of the Predator, showing its terrifying alien face. The success of Predator proved that audience wanted more. It was not long before a sequel was announced. Why Predator 1987 is timeless. Even today, Predator stands as one of the best examples of a perfect science fiction action movie. It balances character driven storytelling, thrilling action, and suspense unlike many monster movies. It builds tension slowly, keeping the creature hidden until the right moment. Predator 1987 also set the foundation for decade for films, comics, and games. The Yakuza become more than just a monster. It became an entire mythology. Predator franchise Part 3 Predator 2 1990s Introduction. Taking the Predator to the city. After the massive success of Predator 1987, 20th Century Fox immediately planned a sequel. However, instead of repeating the jungle setting with another team of soldiers, the filmmaker decided to do something bold, bring the Predator into a urban environment. This change gave a franchise a fresh twist and opened new possibilities for storytelling. Released in 1990s, Predator 2 was directed by Stephen Hopkins and starred Danny Glover in the lead role. Unlike Arnold Schwarzenegger Dutch, who was a muscular soldier trained for jungle warfare, Danny Glover's character was a gritty city cop battling drug lords in futuristic Los Angeles. The idea was simple but exciting. What happened when a predator hunts in the middle of crime-filled city instead of a remote jungle? Plot overview. The story is set in Los Angeles in the year of 1997. The filmmaker imagined a near future version of the city. The city is plagued by extreme heat and ongoing war between drug cartels. Amidst this chaos, the predator arrives, using the violence as cover to hunt humans. The main character, Lieutenant Mike Harrigan Danny Glover, is a tough LAPD cop known for breaking rules but always protecting his city. He noticed that Many gruesome killings are happening during the cartel wars, but the wounds and killing don't match normal weapons. Harrigan slowly realizes something far more dangerous is involved. As the film progresses, Harrigan discovers the predator presence. Unlike Dutch, who stumbled upon the creature in the jungle, Harrigan actively investigates and chases it. He teams up with his squad member and also clashes with the secretive government agent Peter Kiles, played by Gary Busey, who know about the predator and want to capture it alive to study its technology. The climax comes with when Harrigan follows the predator into a spaceship hidden underground. There he fights the alien in a brutal one-on-one battle, managing to kill it with its own weapon in the shocking twist. Other predators appear but don't harm Harrigan. Instead, they honor him for defeating one of their own and gave him a flintlock pistol from 1750, a small detail that later became important for the franchise mythology. Cast and characters. Danny Glover as Lieutenant Mike Harrigan, a tough cop very different from Arnold Dutch. Harrigan was not a bodybuilder soldier, but an ordinary man who showed courage and resilience when faced with an alien hunter. Gary Busey as Casey, a secret government agent obsessed with capturing the predator. His team uses high tech gear but still fails against the creature. Ruben Blades as Danny Arquelota, Harrigan's loyal partner whose death motivates Harrigan to take down the predator. Bill Paxton as Jerry Lambert, brave cop with provides comic relief, continuing Paxton's streak of memorable role in science fiction, Alien and Terminator. Maria Conchita Alonso as Leona, a strong female cop who fights alongside Harrigan. The Predator. Once again, Hall played the alien with menacing physicality and tough. His Predator had a new design with a terrible detail and slightly different armor. Production background. The Predator faced many challenges. Filming took place in Los Angeles, often a night, which was physically executing for the cast. Danny Glover described the shoot as one of the hardest of his career because of heat, action sequence, and long night schedule. The Predator design was updated to fit the city environment. The creature now carried more trophies and weapons, emphasized its hunting culture. Stan Winston effect team worked again to create the alien unique look, while special effects were used for its cloaking and thermal vision. Themes in Predator 2: Urban jungles. The film replaced the green jungle from the first movie with the concrete jungle of Los Angeles, showing that the Predator could adapt to any environment. Chaos and order. The predator hunts in the middle of human chaos, gang war, showing how it thrives in violent places. Honor and respect. The final scene where the predator clean honors Harrigan highlighted the alien warrior code and respect for strong opponent. Government secrecy. Through Agent Case, the film explored how governments would react to alien hunter by trying to capture and weaponize them. The flintlock pistol, 1750. One of the most important details in Predator 2 was a flintlock pistol engraved with Rappel Adolini 7050. When the Predator clan gives this pistol to Harrigan, it suggested that Predator had been visiting Earth for centuries, hunting humans across history. This opened the door for prequel and expand lore, which was finally explored in Prey 2022. Reception and box office. Unlike the first film, Predator 2 received mixed of negative reviews when it released. Critics complained about the excessive violence and chaotic story. Many also felt that Danny Glover, tough as good actor, did not have the same screen presence as Arnold. At the box office, the film earned around 57 million worldwide, far less than the original. Despite this, the movie later gained a cult following, especially among fans who appreciate its darker tone and expanded Predator mythology. Why Predator 2 is important. Even though this was not as successful as the first film, Predator 2 played a key role in the franchise. It proved the predator could work outside the jungle. It introduced the idea of predator culture, clan, and honor. The flintlock pistol became a major piece of lore. It connected the Predator universe with bigger possibilities, leading to comics crossover and eventually Alien vs Predator. Legacy of Predator 2. Over time, fans began to appreciate Predator 2. Many realized that Danny Glover's everyman character made the story relatable, showing that you don't need to be a muscle bound soldier to stand against the predator. The urban setting also inspired many later stories in comics and games. Today, Predator 2 is seen as underrated entry that dare to expand the franchise instead of simply repeating the jungle formula. Predator franchise Part 4 Alien vs Predator series 2004 and 2007. Introduction. The ultimate crossover. By the late 1990s, both the Alien and Predator franchise had built strong identities. Alien 1979 and Aliens 1986 were considered masterpieces of science fiction horror, while Predator 1987 and its sequel established the Yakuza as terrifying hunter. Fans of both series often debate Who would win in a fight, the alien, xenophores, or the predator? This fan driven question eventually inspired one of Hollywood's most ambitious crossover, Alien vs Predator 2004, followed by its sequel AVP Requiem. While the films and mixed reviews, they created huge excitement as it was the first time two legendary monsters shared the screen. Background: how the crossover happened. The idea of Alien vs Predator did not start in film. It began in comic books when Dark Horse Comics published Alien vs Predator in 1989. The series became a hit, blending the terrifying xenophores with the honor-bound predator hunters. It explored new stories where predator bred xenophores to hunt them as part of their ritual trials. The popularity of these comics, along with video games like Alien vs Predator, 1994 Arcade. The latter PC titles covered that fans loved the concept. 20th Century Fox, which owned both franchises, saw a golden opportunity if they could bring these two monsters into one movie. It would attract fans from both universes. Alien vs Predator 2004 Story Overview. Directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, the film takes place in modern day 2004. A wealthy industrial Charles Bishop Wayland, played by Lance, connecting subtly to the Alien franchisee Wind Yutani Corporation, funds an expedition to Antarctica after satellite detect a mysterious heat source beneath in ice. The expedition team, led by Alexa Lex Woods, Sana Lathan, discovers a massive underground pyramid. The pyramid is revealed to be hunting ground built by predators centuries ago. The Utah used it as a training ground where young predator proves himself by hunting xenophores. The humans accidentally awaken the xenophore's queen, unleashing chaos. Soon, the predator arrives to begin their ritual hunt, and the humans are caught in the crossfire. Lex eventually allies with the one surviving predator, fighting side by side to defeat the alien queen in the spectral battle. In the end, the predator dies from its wound, but before leaving, its clan honors Lex for her bravery, echoing themes of respect from earlier film. The final scene, showing a shocking twist: a predator corpse on the ship carries a chest buster, creating a new hybrid known as Predalien. Characters: Sana Lathan as Lex Woods, the human heroine who earned the respect of predators. Lance Hankins and Charles Bishop Wayland, a nod of his role as Bishop the android in Aliens 1986. Raoul Bova, Evan Bremer, Colin Salmon, members of expedition team. Lan White as Predator, Scar, the main predator warrior who allies with Lex. Themes: Battle in Honor in battle, the predator respects Lex as the worthy warrior. Ancient civilization: The pyramid lore tied predator to Maine, Aztec, and Egyptian culture, showing how humans worship them as god. Monster vs. Monster: The heart of the film, watching two deadly species fight for survival. Recaption: Alien vs Predator was commercial success, grossing over around 177 million worldwide on 60 million budget. Fans loved seeing the two creatures together, but critics were less impressed. Many complained about the PG-30 rating, which reduced the gore and horror element both franchises were known for. Still, AVP succeeded in one thing: it made the Alien Predator crossover a cinematic reality. Alien vs Predator Requiem 2007. Story overview: The sequel, directed by Colin and Greg, picks up immediately after the first film. The Predator ship carrying the body of the Scar Predator crashes near a small town in Colorado. The chest burster from the previous film matures into a Predalien, a terrifying hybrid with predator mandibles with alien features. The Predalien began breeding xenophores rapidly, turning the town into a nightmare zone. In response, a single predator known as the wolf predator arrives on Earth to clean up the mess. Unlike Scar in the first film, Wolf is the veteran hunter equipped with advanced weapons. His mission is simple: eliminate all traces of the alien and prevent humanity from discovering the Yutja. The film follows townspeople, sheriffs, soldiers, and civilian as they try to survive the onslaught. Ultimately, the US military inventors nuking the entire town to contain the outbreak. The final scene shows Predator technology being handed over to the Yutani Corporation, setting up connection to the alien universe. Characters: Stephen Pescu, a Dallas Howard, an ex-convict trying to protect his younger brother. Reiko Ellsworth as Kelly O'Brien, an army officer who fights to save her daughter. John Ortiz as Sheriff Morales, the town's law enforcement leader. Lon White as the wolf predator, a fan favorite, ruthless and skilled hunter. Themes: Containment at all cost. The government nukes the town, showing humanity depression. Predator as the cleaner. Unlike previous film, Wolf's role is less about honor and more about covering the evidence. Hybrid horror. The Predalien was a horrifying fusion, combining the worst trait of both species. Recaption: AVP Requiem received very negative reviews. Critics attacked its dark cinematography. Many scenes were too dim to see properly. Lack of strong character and excessive violence. While some fans appreciate the R rating after the PG-30 film, most agreed that the story was weak. Financially, it grossed around 130 million worldwide on the 40 million budget, lower than the first AVP but still profitable. The importance of AVP films. Even though the AVP films were not critically acclaimed, they remain an important part of the Predator timeline for several reasons. Expanded lore. They connected Alien and Predator officially, making crossover canon. Predalien introduction. The hybrid became a popular idea in comics and games. Fan service. For fans who debated Alien vs Predator battle, these films made it real. Foundation for future story. The Whale and Yutani link showed that both universes could share history. The legacy of AVP series. The AVP film showed the potential and risk of crossover. They proved that monster versus monster battle could attract audience, but they also highlighted the need for strong storytelling. While many fans consider the AVP film guilty pleasure rather than masterpiece, they played a big role in keeping both franchises alive in the 2000s. The concept continued to inspire video games, comics, and fan discussion today. Predator Franchisee Part 5. Predators 2010. Introduction. Reviving the franchise. After the disappointment of Alien vs Predator Requiem 2007, many fans believe the Predator franchise had lost its way. The crossover film had focused too much on spectacle and monster fight but ignored suspense, character depth, and atmosphere that made the original Predator 1987 so effective. 20th Century Fox decided to bring the Predator back in new, fresh direction. Producer Robert Rodriguez, famous for Desperado 1995 and Sin City 2005, had been developing a Predator idea since the mid 90s. Finally, his vision was realized in Predators 2010, directed by Nimrod Antal. Predator Franchisee Part 5. Predator 2010. तो तक होगा सी कम. The film returned to the core essence of franchisee survival, but instead of Earth, it took the story to an alien planet, transforming the jungle hunt into a galactic games reserve. Plot overview. The movie opened with Royce, Adrian Brody, a mechanic waking up in the fall through the sky. He parachuted into a strange jungle. Soon he discovered others who have also been dropped. Isabelle, Alice Barrega, an Israeli sniper, Stan, Walton, Gugin, Guggins, Walton Guggins, a death row inmate, Nikolai, Oleg Trepo, a Russian soldier, Hanzo Luis Chicago, a Yakuza enforcer, Mombasa, Marshali, African Death Squad member, Edwin, Topper Grace, a seemingly harmless doctor, confused and hostile toward each other. They soon realize they are not on Earth, instead they are on alien planet used as game preserve by Predator. Each person has been chosen because they are dangerous hunter or killer in their own world, making them worthy prey. As they try to survive, they encounter deadly traps, alien creatures, and finally the predator themselves. This time, the hunters are divided into two types: classic predator, similar to the original design, and super predators, larger, more brutal version with new hunting method. The group is hunted one by one. In one memorable sequence, Hanzo duel a predator with a katana in a samurai style battle, sacrificing himself in honor. Eventually, Royce and Isabelle discover that Edwin, the doctor, is not innocent. He is a serial killer who has chosen by the predator for his twisted nature. In the climax, Royce used trap and fire to defeat the super predator in brutal showdown. The film ends ambiguously with Royce and Isabelle surviving but stranded on the alien planet, while more humans are seen parachuting down, suggesting the hunt continues. Cast and characters: Adrian Brody as Royce, known for The Pianist 2002. Brody surprised fans by taking on an action role. His performance as a cold, strategic mercenary gave the film a different kind of hero, more brain than Brown. Alice Barrega as Isabelle, a sniper with moral strength, she became Royce's ally. Topher Grace as Edwin, initially appearing weak, his villainous twist shocked audience. Walton Goggins as Stan provided dark humor as a criminal trying to survive. Oleg Tektorov as Nikolai, a Russian soldier who dies heroically by using explosive to kill a predator. Lois Ojaba, changing as Hanzo, his samurai duel scene become iconic. Mahershala Ali as Mombasa. Early in his career before winning Oscar, Ali played a mercenary. Lawrence Fishburne as Noland, a surprise character, a human who had survived on the planet for years by scavenging predator technology. The Predator Yakuza variants. One of the most interesting aspects of Predator 2010 was introduction of Predator Clan. Classic Predator, similar to the original 1987 design. Super Predator, bigger, more brutal, with different facial features and hunting style. Tracker Predator, using alien hunting dog. Falconer Predator, used a robotic bird like drone. Berserker Predator, the leader of the Super Predator clan who fought Royce in the final battle. This expansion gave fans more insight into Yotja culture, showing that even within their species there are rival groups with different hunting methods. Themes: the ultimate hunt. Instead of humans on Earth being stalked, killers from across Earth are transported to be hunted. This flipped the dynamic. Now the predator human become prey. Number 2, survival and morality. The characters had no to question whether their skill or killers made them survivor or doomed them. Number 3, honor and sacrifice. Like Billy in Predator 1987, Hanzo's sword duel showed respect for warrior culture. Number 4, Predator evolution. The introduction of Super Predator hinted at internal species conflict, expanding the mythology. Production background: Robert Rodriguez originally wrote his Predator script in the mid 90s, imagining it is a bigger sequel with Arnold returning. Fox thought it was too ambitious back then. Years later, Rodriguez revived the concept but scaled it down. The film was shot in Hawaii for jungle scene and Texas for studio work. The goal was to return to the tense atmospheric style of the original movie rather than relying the heavy CGI. Practical effects and costume were used for the predator to keep the creature realistic. Recaption: Predator 2010 received generally positive review compared to the AVP films. Critics praised its return to the root of suspense and survival. Adrian Brody's casting was controversial at first but later appreciated for bringing intelligence to the lead role. At the box office, it earned around 127 million worldwide on 40 million budget. Modest but successful enough to prove Predator still had life left in it. Fans particularly loved the variety of predators, the samurai duel scene, the darker serious tone. A Legacy of Predators 2010 thought it didn't reach the cultural impact of original. Predator is the remembered as a solid entry with restored faith in the franchise. It showed that Predator stories could evolve by exploring new setting and any alien planet while still honoring the original's formula. It also left the door open for sequel, though none directly followed its cliffhanger ending. Still, elements of the film influenced future Predator lore and fan discussion about Predator clan. Predator franchise Part 6: The Predator 2018. Introduction: A new attempt at rebooting. A new attempt at rebooting. By 2010, Predator has revived some fans' faith in the franchise, but Fox still wanted a bigger mainstream success. They brought the Shane Black, a filmmaker known for witty action films like Lethal Weapon and Iron Man 3. Hello, hello, hello. Interestingly, Shane Black had acted in original Predator 1987 as Hawkins, a radio operator. His return as a director gave fans hope that the franchise would reconnect with its root. The film was titled The Predator 2018. The goal was not just to continue the story but to reboot the franchise with modern mix of action, humor and science fiction spectacle. Unfortunately, despite high expectation, the film became one of the most devious entire in the Predator saga. Plot overview. The story begins with Predator's ship crashing on Earth during a mission in Mexico. Quinn McKenna, beyond Holbrook, and the former army sniper encounter the alien. He managed to secure some Predator technology and send it back home. Meanwhile, the Predator captured by the government is studied at Dr. Casey Brackett Olivia Munn, a biologist. Soon chaos erupts when the Predator escapes from the lab, killing soldier and scientist. The twist is that the Predator is actually a fugitive hunted by even bigger, gently enhanced Predator known as the Upgrade Predator. The film reveals that Predator have been experimenting with genetic engineering, incorporate DNA from the other species, include human and evolved himself. Quinn autistic son Rory Jacob Trebly accidentally activate Predator technology, making him a target, and film suggests that Rory autism is seen as form of human evolution, something the Predator want to harvest. Quinn teams up with a group of misfit soldiers nicknamed and loonies include Nabarka, Coily, Bexy, Nettle, Lynch. The group battle both a regular Predator with the massive upgrade Predator in bloody showdown. In the final act, the Predator leaves behind pieces of technology called the Predator Killer, a suit of advanced armor meant to help humans fight Predator in the future. Main character and cast: Boyd Holbrook, Quinn McKenna, a soldier who becomes the reluctant hero. Olivia Munn, Dr. Casey Brackett, is scientist with combat skill. Classic Predator, similar design to earlier film captured by human early in the movie. Upgrade Predator, a massive gently engineered predator standing over 11 feet tall, stronger, faster and resistant to weapon. This creature was meant to represent the next saga of Predator evolution. This genetic engineering idea was controversial because many fans felt it strayed too far from the Predator hunter identity. Themes: genetic manipulation. The film suggests that Predator evolved by stealing DNA from other species. Family and protection. The father-son bond between Quinn and Rory formed the emotional center. Outcast and brotherhood. The loonies, despite being damaged or unstable, formed a found family unit. Autism as evolution. A controversial idea, Rory's condition was portrayed as the next steps in human evolution. Production background and problem. Shane Black's The Predator had a troubled production, reshoots and rewrite. The original third act was very different. Initially, the film ended in daytime with the Predator teamed up against the Upgrade Predator. Test audience reacted poorly, leading a major reshoot. Tone confusion. The movie could not decide between horror, comedy, and superhero style action. Some found the humor misplaced in the Predator film. Casting controversy. A major controversy arose when it was revealed that one of Shane Black's friends, cast in a small role, was a registered sex offender. The scene had to be cut after Olivia Munn raised concern. Editing issue. The film went through heavy cuts with several scenes removed, leading to pacing problem and unfinished storyline. Critical response. The film received mixed of negative reviews. Critics said it lacked suspense and relied too much on joke and CGI. The genetic engineering subplot was especially criticized. Box office. On a 88 million budget, the film earned about 160 million worldwide. This was not a failure but far below expectation for a big reboot. Fan reaction. Hardcore Predator fans was disappointed. Many felt it strayed too far from the franchisee essence. However, some casual audience enjoy the over-the-top action. Legacy of the Predator. The movies remembered a missed opportunity. It had potential, especially with Shane Black at the helm, but tonal imbalance and poor editing hurt it. Some fans liked the Looney Squad and the upgrade Predator's design, but genetic manipulation storyline and Predator killer suit were criticized for turning the franchise into comic book superhero direction. Ultimately, the Predator failed to relaunch the series in a sustainable way. This led Fox to rethink the franchise again, which gave rise to a very different approach to the next film, Prey. Prey. बस प्रे बारे बोल दूंगे. Predator franchise Part 7 Prey 2022. A bold new direction. After the mixed failure of Predator 2018, many believed that the Predator franchise had finally run out of steam. But 20th Century Studio, now under Disney, after its acquisition of Fox, decided to take a different approach. Instead of making a flashy modern sequel, they went back in time, far before Dutch, before Los Angeles, before space crossover. The result was Prey 2022, a film directed by Dan 10 Cloverfield Lane. It became not only the most critically acclaimed Predator film one since the original 1987 classic, but also a fresh reinvention that proved the franchise could still tell compelling grounded story. The Great Plains 1719. Unlike other Predator movies set in modern time, Prey take place in the early 18th century. The story unfolds in the world of the Comanche Nation, a Native American tribe living in the Great Plains. Protagonist Naru. The The film centered on Naru, Amber Mid Thunder, the young Comanche woman. She is skilled as a healer but dreams of becoming a hunter, much like her brother Tabby. Dakota Bravers. However, her tribe doesn't take her seriously because hunting is considered a male role. The arrival of the predator. While hunting, Naru noticed strange sign in the sky. A fairy trail, the predator ship entering Earth atmosphere. She interpreted as its arrival on the Thunderbird, a spirit, but soon animals are found slugged in mysterious way. Unbeknownst to the tribe, a predator, a slightly more primitive version than the ones in the modern film, has arrived to prove itself by hunting Earth's most dangerous predator. First, it hunts snakes, then wolves, then bear, each kill more violent than the last. The hunt, Naru, determined to prove herself, follow the predator's trail. She witnessed it battling and brutally killing a bear, an iconic scene that revealed the predator's terrifying presence. But her tribe does not believe her warning. French, her fur trappers in the region, also cross paths with the predator, leading to brutal slaughter. Climatic battles. Naru uses her intelligence and survival skill to outthink a predator. She sets traps, uses mud for camouflage, a tribute to Dutch in the first film, a cleverly exploiting the predator's advanced weapon against it. In the battle showdown, she lures the predator into her traps and turns its own targeting mask weapon back onto it, killing it by defeating a creature. Naru not only solves her place as the respected warrior in her tribe but also redefines what it means to be hunter. The film ends with her turning to her pupil with the predator head as proof of her victory. Cast and characters. Amber Mid Thunder as Naru, the breakout star of the film. Her performance was prized to strength, vulnerability, and determination. Dakota Beavers as Tabe, Naru's sportive brother, a skilled warrior who encouraged her but ultimately sacrificed himself in battle. The predator in prey. This predator is different from the ones seen before, known as the feral predator, less technologically advanced compared to the less predators. Use primitive version of weapon, bone mask instead of metal, basic targeting system. Physically more animalistic, resembling of early stage in predator evolution. Themes: survival and identity. Naru's journey from being underestimated to become the ultimate hunter mirrors the predator's own hunt. Nature and balance. The predator climbs the food chain, hunting progressively larger creatures, reflecting its role in testing herself against the best. Feminism and representation. The film is a story about the young woman breaking traditional role to prove her worth. Colonialism or operations. The French trap symbolize explosion. Recaption. Critically acclaimed, Prey was hailed as the best Predator film since the original. Rotten Tomato score stood around the 93%, the highest of the entire franchise. Fan response. Fan loved the grounded tone, the focus on survival and Naru's strong new lead. Streaming success. Released directly on Hulu in the US and Disney Plus Hotstar in India, Prey broke the record as the most watched premiere on Hulu. Why Prey worked? Back to basics. Survival story in nature, simplicity, no overcomplicated genetic experiment as our predator suits. Representation, a Native American female lead was unique and powerful. Visual storytelling, stunning cinematography and particle effect gave the film authenticity. Legacy of Prey. Prey revisited the Predator franchise. It proved that these stories do not need big city setting, heavy CGI or forced humor. Instead, the strength lies in the suspense, environment, and the clash of primal instincts. Amber Mid Thunder's Naru became an instant fan favorite, with many fans demanding a sequel featuring her character. The success of Prey has ensured that Predator remains a valuable property for Disney.